You serious?
Hello, there are plenty of ways to kill some time out there. Right now you're killing some with me, Marcus Brunzi.
And me, Funk Butcher.
That's right, man. And it's fair to say the easiest way to listen to us is by going to howtokillanhour.com. All the ways to listen, you can get links to iTunes, or you can listen to us via Acast.
Yep.
Also check out everything that we talk about on the show. You can see it, click it. Sometimes you have links to even where you can purchase it at howtokillanhour.com/blog. And maybe in the future you'll be able to listen to us via Facebook Live Audio.
Facebook Live Audio.
Yeah, I mean, because Facebook have been pushing live.
Yeah, they've gone done it again.
They've been pushing live hard.
Yep.
They've got a lot of celebrities using it to kind of pick it up. I remember like Kevin Hart and The Rock using Facebook Live.
Yeah.
And I've noticed a lot of people on radio stations are using Facebook Live as well.
Okay, so just to clarify, Facebook Live is with the video and the talking. And so this Facebook Live audio is just with no visuals?
It's no visual. I think you put a holding screen up.
Okay.
So you can put like So you can put like a visual up and that's what people see, but they use it just to listen to the audio. So you could do a live show, listen to that. It'd be great for people in low bandwidth areas as well. So you can like spread the news via Facebook Live. I mean, this is all kind of, they're trying to dominate that live space that Periscope was working in, wasn't it? And Twitter's now got live. Instagram's got live, I think.
Yeah. Well, they're owned by the same company. So
so it's that kind of live
Periscope's
area.
pretty much dead now. I think they've, just like Highlander, I think they cut off the head of Periscope. there can only be one.
Yeah, it's gone now.
Yeah.
And that and Vine dying. So yeah, man, I mean, you could probably potentially be listening to How to Kill an Hour via that. But then with that sort of stuff, if you can listen via Facebook audio live, I always feel like I'm just going to say it straight out, every single device I use can multitask.
Yeah.
So I can always listen to anything while doing the rest of my Facebooking. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know why I'd necessarily want to be like, let me do it. Let me listen to Facebook audio and then scroll around Facebook. I'd probably just click a link and open it, listen to it on my phone and go back to Facebook and do what I was doing. That's how I feel anyway. I don't know.
Yeah. And obviously I'm getting the impression that Facebook Live audio, because it is predominantly audio and there is no visual, you can do it whilst you're doing other tasks.
Yeah.
But I swear when you close
the tab
on Facebook or on your phone, then it's just a bit like YouTube. The audio stops, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So
there's a little hack actually. If you're on YouTube and you come out the app, and you're on an iPhone, you swipe up and then to the right, and you press play in the media center, it still plays video. You get the audio.
There you go. How to Kill an Hour.
Yeah, How to Kill an Hour exclusive.
Hacking your life.
But I kind of feel the same. Like, and I think it might have been easier if Facebook just made it easier. If you clicked, like in Twitter, when you click on a link, you can play straight from Twitter.
Yeah.
It plays. Yeah, it's cool. But again, when I close Twitter or something like that, like actually close the app, I lose the audio. So I don't know, man. I mean, we'll try it out. We'll probably have a go with it, us guys at How to Kill an Hour. But I feel like it's better to have separate apps to listen and separate apps to sort of do your social media on. That's how I feel anyway.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The only place where I really want integration of apps, and this is not from Facebook, where I really want integration is for my fucking PS4. The next GTA has got to do it. The next GTA has to have a station in your car, which is your Spotify playlist or your hard drive. It needs to happen, bro.
Yeah.
It needs to be called like Your Music FM or something. You put it in and then you can have whatever tunes you want.
Well, some games used to have that, didn't they? You used to have to kind of play your stuff off a USB whilst you played the game.
I love that, man.
Yeah, I remember that. They've had that since the PlayStation 3, but obviously not all games have kind of enabled that. There's a lot of driving games where you can kind of like...
I'd love that.
Yeah.
I'd love that. And don't get smart and tell me right now that on the PS4 you can do it, because you can listen to your Spotify, but it's not connected to the game. So it's not the same. So you can play it in the background while you're playing the game, but it's not the same. I want like... Yeah, man, I want like to be in my car and just play tunes, and then like when you get out of the car, the tune stops and you can go and like do what you're doing.
Yeah.
But anyway, Facebook Live audio. I don't know. I love my audio stuff. I love podcasts. I don't know how sexy this is. I don't know. What are your thoughts on it, Funk?
I think this is Mark Zuckerberg got the world in a headlock. Yeah. Really, I think he's just kind of amalgamating all forms of media under one roof. I think Facebook is becoming a real rival to Apple. I think aside from that, I think what trying to do is they're just trying to build an ecosystem
Right.
through software and tech. So they're kind of doing it a little bit of the other way around, whereby Apple were doing it through actual physical products, and then the software kind of evolution came afterwards. Facebook potentially could develop phones and computers and all other stuff off the back of an already kind of proven demographic tapped into their universe.
So you're talking about like a Facebook phone?
Mm-hmm.
Don't see why not.
Yeah.
I mean, don't see why
Google
not.
have got one.
Don't see why not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Funk, you're a slim gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
I think my body wants to be fat.
Yeah.
I go gym though. I counteract it for 9 months of the year, 10 months of the year.
Yeah.
I probably take a few weeks off holiday. That's 1 month gone. Over Christmas, I eat. I don't exercise. I eat. And I'm a bit bigger now. And I will spend the rest of the year working it off. But somebody has designed a solution.
Okay.
That somebody is Lloyd's Gym. They've created something called Run for Your Bun. Which is a concept which is happening in July in London.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be honest with you, all the tickets are sold out. We couldn't even get ourselves down. It like sold out in seconds, right?
Okay.
And Run for Your Bun will let you order whatever you want from the menu. But you don't pay with money. You pay with a 10-minute HIIT, high intensity interval training session. So basically, you say, yo, I want the burger, fries, some cheese on the fries, a milkshake. And they say, right, okay, you got to do some bursts of sprints on the treadmill, some burpees, some rowing on the machine. And then when that's all done, you get to eat. I think that is a great idea.
Sounds like slavery. Oh my goodness.
Oh gosh, find out that David Lloyd, the Lloyd family. So I like the sound of that, man.
Yeah.
It makes you think about what you're eating really takes the work off.
Yeah. There's only one problem with this. I mean, this is me personally, but I have met a lot of gym users that this doesn't apply to. When I exercise, or when I have exercised, when I played football last year, I actually lose my appetite. So I don't know how. It's like I exercise to the point where I'm just, the only thing I really need is just liquid water, an orange, if anything, just to replenish the sugars that I've lost. I'm gonna be eating a big burger and chips after, and it depends obviously on how intense this 10 interval sprint is. I mean, if they're trying to make you burn off some calories, like level 10 high incline on the treadmill, then I can't see someone going in with what they would have normally. That would be interesting to find out what they would have ordered before they trained, and then do the training and then see what they could can consume afterwards, because your appetite, I feel it diminishes in my regards.
It definitely does. But cardio does do that. Cardio is a suppressant. It's a hunger suppressant. Fact. In 10 minutes, you couldn't really burn off a burger and chips, though. Like, I don't want people to be under the illusion that they're doing that. Nah, it takes a lot more than that. Like a 5K jog, if you did it in like half an hour, that's like 380 calories. Yeah. A burger is probably like 700 calories.
Do you get this before?
You know what, I was thinking about it actually, and if you do eat before and then an exercise, you'd throw up everything and it'd be 0 calories. So you got to do exercise first, then you get your food. But who really wants to eat food when they're all sweaty and shit?
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but maybe that's good because it means you eat less. Well, people just go, nah, I'll just have a shake.
Yeah.
A drink. All right, cool. I mean, I like it. I like thinking about what you eat as opposed to how much you burn. I think that's the point of it. I think that's what Lloyds are trying to do. Obviously, they're trying to promote their gym. Yeah. But do you feel that there's a lack of knowledge in terms of health and that? And what people don't realize what they're putting into themselves?
Oh, definitely.
And I'm not just talking about veganism and all that sort of bollocks.
Yeah, because obviously that's a bit of, I wouldn't say it's a fad, but a lot of people have joined onto it because it seems to be more popular now. So then it's just a bit like a couple of years ago in the UK when the Atkins diet took off and everyone was kind of into that, the Fatkins diet.
The guy that fucking did it died. Right. All right. Here's one. That isn't. This is a thing that a lot of people do. Juicing.
Okay.
It's not good for you, bro. Yeah.
So what is that?
So it's when people get loads of vegetables or fruit. Mainly.
Okay.
This is what makes this the fruit. This is the key thing. Fruit.
Yeah.
Juice it or drink the juice of like 15 oranges, 45 carrots, and whatever, and go health.
Okay.
Health.
Yeah.
They're so healthy. I'm like juicing. Yeah. If you need a quick fix of nutrients. Of sugars and that. Yeah, you get it. But the shit that all the pulp and stuff you throw away, that's the good stuff. That's fiber. That's the stuff that's supposed to keep you feel full. That's what makes you full up, but it's not many calories.
Having like baby food, like liquidized baby food.
Liquidized baby food, at least you got the fiber. But if you just juice it and throw away the pulp, think of it. If I take 15 oranges, half of what's good, like you said, after a sports game, you want to eat an orange because that orange replaces your energy. It's like a natural sweet. Yeah. It's like a Haribo. Yeah. If you juiced 15 oranges, for example, throw away all the fiber and pulp that's good for you, and then just drink the orange juice. That's like having pure sugar. That's like having so that can give you headaches. Mess with your hunger. It can make you really hungry because you're like used to having these little things. So that stuff like juicing, people think that's good, and I know a lot of people do it a bit, and that's cool. But like you couldn't I think I saw somebody doing a juice diet where they only have juice for 30 days. Like, fam.
Yeah. So
that'll fuck you up.
From your opinion, what would be the purpose of a restaurant that rewards your 10-minute run with a cheeseburger?
To get lifestyle technology shows to talk about it. Oh, they got us again. Fuck's sake. Every time.
Boom.
Fucking
gotcha.
I think
Mr. David Lloyd's gonna pop in.
Yeah, gotcha. Haha. Whoopsie. I think it's to get you thinking about what you eat. Like. I can't lie, when and by the way, don't Google me and be like, Marcus, you ain't got a six pack. But like when I'm in shape, you with your fat ass talking about shit, you fucking wobbly jelly motherfucker. You look at you burger eating bastard, yeah? Yeah, well, maybe you should try a juice. Look at you need a juice. So I think it's to get you to think about what you're putting into yourself. Because if you think about, if you know, it's like money. If you could see your bank account every time you bought something, if you could see it go down a little bit, I bet you people generally wouldn't have any of those. Oh fucking hell! I spent that much this weekend. I only went out to the West End and Central London to do some shopping. I only bought a couple of pairs of jeans. Then I had a coffee. Then I had lunch, and I paid for it because I was just being cool. Because I was out with my mate and. I just forgot. And you're like, oh shit, I fucked up £500 this weekend. Yeah. If you could see how your bank account was going down every time you spent, you wouldn't spend as much. So if you know how many calories you're putting into yourself, it helps you like with controlling your eating. You realize that you don't always need as many calories, or you don't need to eat as many things, or you can eat certain things and you shouldn't eat certain things. Like I got this app called Lifestyle Fitness that I use all the time, and well, not over Christmas, that got parked up, but like when I'm really training and stuff for like a shoot or whatever, I'm like thinking about everything I put in my body, and it's crazy how many calories this has, that has, and some things that taste nice are really good for you as well, like sweet potatoes. They're like a magic food, bro.
In that regards, obviously, then it's got some real health benefits, and on a kind of wider, long-term scale, maybe the NHS could use something like this within their hospitals.
Education.
Yeah.
100%, man. It's lifestyle. It's called Calorie Counter and Diet Tracker. Lifestyle Fitness app, by the way. Billy just check it.
It probably syncs up with the health app on your iPhone as well. Then
it syncs up with the health app. I've got a app for my cardio because I walk. I can't run because I'm big. You fat ass can't even run, fat ass. No, but I walk, and when I go for a walk in the app, it shows the calories that I've burnt, makes the necessary calculations, show you
what if there's a terrorist attack?
Calories you've used.
If there's a terrorist attack, do you walk?
No, I'm running.
Okay.
I'm sprinting. Okay. I'm going to stroll out of there.
So you can run.
I can run, but I get mashed up knees funk.
Okay.
You get me? I get my knees hurt, so I walk every day. I put a walk in, burn down them calories. So yeah, that's what that's good. And it's just getting you to think. I think if the NHS, if the doctor sat you down and said, listen, the reason why you're so fat is not because
and they start crying.
It's because you're kind of as long as they found out it's not like a glandular thing, is maybe because you have a job where you don't move around much, and you drive a lot, and you eat maybe a bit more than you need to. So instead of a doctor having to say that, maybe he could say like, right, well, this is the amount of calories that you should be having approximately every single day. This is a good mix. You should have this many carbs, that much protein, then that many good fats, and just like send them away and keep them in check. I think education's the key. Like my eating was fucked up until I spoke to people who were in shape and they taught me shit. And I don't know it all, but I will always learn more the more I talk to people that know about stuff. Like, and it's weird how many, like, I know people that will like preach to me about having organic food and healthy stuff and while they're putting ketchup on their food. I'm like, but that's ketchup. Yeah. It's E numbers and sugar and salt. Anyway, I don't want to feel like I'm lecturing anyway now. I'm lecturing, innit?
No,
anyway,
not at all.
But yeah. Anyway, speaking about health and safety, Funk, they're here. Skynet's here.
Okay.
Skynet's here. Self-driving Uber cars.
Yeah.
They've started doing them in San Francisco, California. There's a little bit of legal trouble. And the California Department of Motor Vehicles banned them from San Francisco. But now Uber have moved their self-driving car pilot scheme to Arizona.
Well, there's nothing there. This is the thing. Yeah, if you're like on point with your geography, you'll realize the significance of moving it to Arizona.
Right. Before I let Funk go in, sorry, Funk, I'll let you carry on. The significance of it going to Arizona. Uber are creating cars that drive themselves. No drivers. You get in, tell them where you go. They take you there. They use all this technology so the car can negotiate the roads autonomously. Yeah. Sorry, Funk, you're saying. So they sent them to Arizona because no one's there.
Yeah, because it was desert. So who they're gonna hit? So from a legal perspective, they're probably minimizing the chances of any kind of lawsuits anyway.
And if anyone gets run over, quick hit and run. Yeah. Car just drives away. No one knows.
Yeah, man.
Doom. There wasn't a speed bump there. Yeah. Don't worry about that, sir. You'll be at your destination in 5 minutes. You know what? I was against it. I feel like I'm warming to the idea. I don't know why. I feel like I feel more comfortable with the idea of self-driving cars since we saw that video. It was a couple episodes back. We saw that video. Yeah. We spoke about on the show where there's a Tesla car that uses automatic braking system to work out there was an accident and brake well before it happened on the motorway.
Yeah.
I feel like driverless Uber cars could have benefits.
Yeah.
Because I know one thing people don't like about Ubers are the drivers.
Yeah.
So you remove that.
Yeah.
You've now got, for Uber, they're more profitable because they're taking all the money.
Yeah.
But also you've got no driver to deal. Like I know a lot of people don't get on with drivers. Huh? You still need a driver, Bill? Oh, fuck's sake. Yeah. So what does the driver do then, Bill?
He just takes control if he like...
Oh, so you still have a driver in the car?
Yeah.
I was crazy. If something goes haywire, he takes control.
All right, but they're setting it up so that they can have it without a person though, right? That must be the idea at the end of the day.
I don't think it's possible. No. I don't think legally it's possible.
Yeah, you're
because then you would be actually able to. You wouldn't need a car. You wouldn't need a driver's license.
Yeah,
yeah. Because basically, when you purchase a car, there has to be a driver. So when a car is on the road, cars are on the road because the person in the car has understood the highway code and so forth, and they assume liability for any accidents. Now, a car that's on the road that's basically just come from the manufacturers and been put on there, the liability will be assumed by what? The companies?
Uber, they got money.
I couldn't see that happening. And the thing is, with Uber doesn't have any cars.
But they'd have to own that. They would have to own that car.
They own that car, yeah.
They'd have to own that car.
So Uber are now getting a fleet of cars then?
Yeah, I think it's going to happen. I'm warming to it. I'll do it for a little short journey. Yeah. Not motorways. Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Because a pile-up is a pile-up and a half on a motorway. If everyone's traveling at hundreds of miles an hour, sorry, not hundreds, 70 miles an hour. Loads of cars are driving along 70 miles an hour in the UK.
Yeah.
If there's a pile-up, then I'd still not feel safe. So, okay, right, maybe I should have read that bit properly where it says it still needs oversight by a human driver. But that's eventually they want to move to no human driver, don't they? They don't want to waste all that money on R&D for just a car that just is a tiny bit safer.
Yeah, I don't think they do want to because there's going to be a big push from the government to lean on these companies to kind of be like, don't omit completely the humans from your whole kind of like processes, because then that doesn't help our economy. It doesn't, kind of thing. So the way I see it is there's a little bit of a give and take there. If Uber does keep the whole human element within its processes and its work structure, its hierarchical structure, then the government will be a little bit more lenient. But if Uber decides to kind of make this as a cost-cutting exercise away from an industry which was already deemed to be undercutting the taxis that were already there in the first place, then the government could be like, well, you're not really putting back into the economy anything because you're not providing a workforce with enough money to re-inject back into the economy. So how do you want us to help you? Because you're not really helping us. We still need to find jobs for these people who now don't have jobs. These homeless people with their jackets.
Yeah.
So I can't see there ever really getting to a stage in some areas where computers are doing everything, because then we'll have a completely different problem where no one is earning money because no one has jobs. Computers are doing all of them.
People say that about IT though, but you need people to manage the computers though, don't you? You still need people to oversee the computer. Maybe there'll be a time when you don't. But to be fair, you know what? You got me thinking.
On what level of IT though?
You need to be up there. Well, I don't know, but you might say a computer breaks and falls over, and then the robot that's meant to fix the thing breaks down. Someone's got to fix something eventually.
Yeah.
But it's funny. You know what? I think I'm gonna say fine. You think they are always gonna be, but I think eventually there'll be no people in the cars. But I think taxi drivers are gonna try and revolt against this, because cab drivers in the UK have to do something called the knowledge, where you learn basically how to get around London. It takes fucking ages. Yeah. Their test is somebody goes, go to this road, and you have to know your way there pretty much. Yeah. So they were pissed because Uber drivers came along, cheaper fares, just use TomTom or Google Maps to get where they need to get to. And it was like undercutting them because black taxis were not cheap in London. But if they want to revolt, I could see this revolution happen. If they started putting driverless cars on the road, I think taxi drivers would just start crashing into them all the time, deliberately, just smashing them up left, right and centre, and say it was his fault. It was their fault.
Do you know what I've noticed about the humans and society in general? The reason why they need a human element is because they need someone to complain to. They need someone to complain to. And if you remove that potential for someone to kind of complain to, what you do is you create a pathway from the consumer all the way to the top, because there's no one in between. So having a driver, having some sort of middle management or someone to blame, it kind of stops things from getting up there. I mean, when that whole shitstorm kicked off with Uber and their drivers kind of attacking women, all that kind of stuff, they were able to kind of keep that at a lower level. That's them down there. It's not our company. It's not a reflection on us. We operate in how many countries, and all our passengers are very happy with our service. That's those drivers down there.
Yeah, but computers aren't going to molest people. Driverless cars going to admit that.
But if you have cars killing people in the Arizona desert, that just goes all the way up to the top to the company. That's them that gets blamed.
What? And then so you got one guy doing jail time for 5 crashes because he programmed it wrong. Yeah.
Basically, Uber don't want to get into a situation like VW did when they were doing cock-ups with their emissions testing.
It was fucking amazing. And in case you don't know, because it got rushed under the cover very quickly. VW, who do Audi, VW obviously, Skoda, Porsche, got caught in this scandal where basically they cheated a test.
Yeah, they were cheating their emission test.
Yeah, they put something in the. Or they just whatever, they cheated it. Yeah. So all these cars that had like the best emissions. Yeah. Everyone did used to say VWs and Audis, man, their emissions are great. Yeah. Lower tax bands, everything like that.
Lower tax bands. Obviously, in the capital here, we have a congestion charge, and some of these vehicles were exempt for that congestion charge.
And it was all one big fat lie.
One big fat lie.
Yeah.
And because there was nothing to kind of provide a filter or a cut off between the consumer, who'd obviously be paying these prices, and the company, it just went all the way up to the top. The company got hit with this. It was in the billions, wasn't it?
Yeah, they got it like $4 billion. Yeah. Something ridiculous like that. Whatever like someone paid for Star Wars franchise, they had to pay that. That's fucked up. Yeah. Anyway, man, I don't know. We'll see how that pans out. Yeah. We'll see how that pans out, fun. But, you know, for me, today, because last week I wasn't feeling today, I feel like I'd get an driverless Uber. But who knows? Anyway, there's plenty of ways to kill some time out there. Thank you for killing some time with me, Marcus Bronzy.
And me, Funk Butcher.
Don't forget, everything we speak about on the show, you can see at howtokillanhour.com/blog. In the meantime, stay blessed.